Welcome back, everybody. Now, we've got a lot to cover today. It's last video was really short. We didn't do a whole lot, but we got the basics of building, and I had gone back to get some more iron, like a lot more iron. I tapped another mine because I didn't have enough to show you everything I wanted to. And I made a new smithy and I moved everything over. What I had been doing was I was making TNT. And to do that, you get a piece of niter, which we saw in one of the videos, and you put it in a bowl of water, and it becomes dissolved. And then you pick up ashes from a fire, and this is what you get out of it. You get a bowl of dissolved niter with ashes in it, which is what you need. To finish off the bomb, you have to take a blank piece of paper, which we're not going to make today in this video. Like I said, we have too much to do. And then you strain it into an empty bowl. And you get a nasty piece of filter paper left, and then that turns into a type of powder. And then you take a piece of charcoal, you smash it in a bowl, and then you get some sulfur. And you mix all three powders together, and you can finish the bomb up with some leather and string. So I'm going to take this back over. I'm going to give you eye warning. It's very bright over here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave that here. And this can go up there too. Because I'm thinking I'm either going to turn this space into, I think I'm going to turn this space into stables, like the animal farm and stuff like that, because the other one down here is really close to a really nice fishing spot. So I think I'm just going to move out all the animals. That sucks for the cow though. I might just move them over in this area, because it's nice over here too. That's probably what I'm going to do. We're going to go and start in the kitchen. Now, I told you last time I moved all my kitchen stuff, and now we just got to get rid of this guy, which I can't do with a bronze pickaxe. It has to be steel. Alright, that's one less thing I have to do today. I have been doing a lot to get stuff ready for some upcoming sequences in the episodes. What I did is I prepared everything that you can do pre-upgrade, which means without the stove, without the big stove, which we can't do that until we get to kerosene. I had told you before that you can stack as many shelving on here as you want. This is actually how you do it. You can't take two boards and touch the thing. You have to do it one at a time. And now we're still waiting on the iron upgrade. I have every pie that you can make here, I think. I'm pretty sure. I can't think I've left anything out, but I have the berry carrot rabbit, the berry rabbit, the carrot rabbit, the apple, the carrot, the rabbit, the berry carrot, and the straight up berries. So let me go yum up right quick. So now I don't have to worry about food for a while. Actually, I'm going to dry out a piece of corn, because that's another food. Oh. I'll be right back. I gotta go drop that off. Like I said, we're gonna dry this corn, and because that's gonna be a popcorn. We can make popcorn and we can make bread. But I'm running out of room in here. It's kind of difficult to get everything done. I gathered some material. I think I need 2, 3. We'll do that. And I'm gonna let the bread leaven first. I don't want... Come here, come here, come here. I don't want these guys going bye-bye, because I'm also going to show you guys how to make shelters, if you don't already know how to make it. And shelters, you can store things in them, like pine needles. See, this is the upgraded forge. It's very bright, but I made it this... I did the plaster for a reason. I don't want a dark ground. I normally get like stone or something like that, like this stone. But because it's a better aesthetic for me. But I want things to pop out and be very visible to everybody. Bread should rise soon. I'm gonna put this in my backpack because, like I said, I'm running out of room. There it is. There's a big poof. And then once it pops up and you put it on a plate, you have to cut it. And that's why you need a knife, because you can't go past just having it there on the plate without it. Woo! So we're hopping today. 2, 3, 4. Let's repeat that process. Because I'm also going to show you guys how to make cheese and the sandwiches. Actually, cheese takes it takes a very long minute. We're going to get these pies ready, clean this mess up, and then I'll show you how to make the cheese. Oh, this is so much work. But if you're playing solo, you won't have to cook again for a very, very long while. Okay, so that's every pie you can make, I believe, right now. My lord. So many bowls. It's usually a good idea to make 3 at a time, cheeses, but we're just gonna do 2. Because I don't feel like messing with the cow. There's an easy way to do this, and I haven't set it up yet, to get at least 3, sometimes if you're fast enough, 4 buckets of milk from a cow, and that's by giving her water. Now we want a fleece saddle, so let's find. Did I not take the knife? We're gonna kill the one right there, and of course you see there's a cooldown. You kill with the knife. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to skin it. I didn't get my rennet because I'm an idiot. Oh, I got to kill another sheep. That's okay. So if you pick this up, you can see if you cut it with the shears, it makes a fleece. But we want the saddle, so we're going to use our needle and thread. There's another one you can use. You can just put the needle through it, I think, and it just, I think you just have to have the fleece before you can do that. Where we have a saddle for an ostrich if we so choose. I'm gonna sit that right there, thank you. I gotta go and clean up my mess because I didn't mean to do that. I'm not at the point where I can make bone meal or glue because I just haven't yet. Alright, let's try this again. This time we're gonna shear the sheep first because we actually don't need the fleece. Well, stay still. Bless it. No. Well, you got in the right spot for it. So I think you can get 3 or 4 rennet from a sheep. That's how you do it right there. Now we're gonna make our creameries, and you do it by clay bowl. You put clay in the bowl, and then you smack it again. And that's it. That's the creamery. I'm gonna make some milk, so I'll be back. Our 2 cows are fed. Now we just gotta watch them. You, come here. So you just take the milk, and you go. And I could do another, yeah, because we want to get some butter too. We want all of the nice. So domesticate. Oh, you're the one I want because you didn't have a baby. So now that we've got our milk in the creamery, we take our rennet, put it in, and we go get another bowl of rennet. And now these are going to take a while. You can't do anything. You really can't. It takes a while for them to get semi-ripe. So we're going to take this milk with us. We can't do anything with those yet unless I want to walk them over there. And I'd rather just leave the creameries where they are. And take the cheese out when they're ready. So now that we have some space to work, I'm going to leave this up here. And you are raw mutton. I'm hoping I can cook all of this, but I doubt I can. The one thing's for sure is I need to get Mrs. Horsey out. So, take some pine needles. And get rid of that so I can get a leaf. Dried ear of corn. This can be cooked. And then we're going to get ready with the pies. You get the one that's furthest away. We don't want to slow down. Come on. We can do it. Oof. Alright. So we got all the pies, and the meat that I wanted to cook is cooked. I haven't cooked the sandwiches yet because I was afraid that I wouldn't have time with the fire. Now we're going to get to organizational stuff when we can get the shelving up, because getting shelving up... Oh, look, we have cream. So we're going to take this, scoop it. It gives us skim milk, but it's also going to give us butter by taking a stick to that bowl. And what we can do with that is get 2 separate yums. So we have 1 yum that's a bread, and then we take a piece and we put it on a plate, and we take our knife and put it in the butter, and then add it. Excuse me? Did they change it? You can no longer use a bronze knife for butter. Are you fracking kidding me? Well, that just sucks hard. So, alright. There's no point in having you in the floor. I'm gonna make some flatbread. I need room up here. That's the only issue. So I guess it's a good thing we can only make so much right now. And all the things that I can make and I have at my disposal. She wants a wild beet, and I'm not gonna decimate a wild beet that way. It's sacrilegious. And 1 more. No, I haven't put the doors in yet. I have not had time to put the doors in yet. Let's get this flatbread. Clean up our mess while the fire is still going. So I'm going to put my flatbreads together. And if you just take a piece of mutton, you can't do anything with it. You have to have the cheese. This is an additional yum. It's incidental. It wasn't just a byproduct of getting the butter. It is a shock to me that you can't use the bronze knife anymore. So I guess that means we need to step it up. It is still really unripe. It's just cultured. I could carry it, but I'm not going to. Like I said, I don't want to carry it over there. One of the things I guess we can do right now is we're getting to the point where we're going to need a spinning wheel soon. So to make a... Oh god, I need to put the knife down. To make a spinning wheel, you need curved branches and the short shafts. And just stick them together like this, and you're going to do 4 of them. And then you're going to make a wheel. Just a regular wheel. Need 1 more of you. And you need some straight branches. Let's go get us a wheel. The wonderful thing about this is it's not set in place. You don't have to leave it where it is. You can pick it up with a cart. Just a regular hand cart, no horse attached. So I need a wheel. I don't have any more. Ooh, I was lucky to have that left, I think. Okay. So we're going to come back here. We're going to take this and we're going to just attach these. Like this. So if you pick it up from this point, it tells you, oh, I need the tied shafts. Okay. So how do you make... Wait 1 second, it turns into this. I want to make this guy right here. And you take 2 shafts. I want to make... Okay, so we need more... Oh, I can't put... Oh, you can't put that in. Okay. I will put this guy, I think right here is a good spot for him. So... Let's go get some more straight shafts. Because you need 4. And... There's another. And another. I'm lucky to have the forest of shafts here. Let's see. And then... 1 more. I'm always short at least 1 or 2. It's a running theme. Let's take the fleece, because I'm going to need more. I don't want the drop spindle inside. Oh my. Oh my. You're an abomination. I don't want you. There. Ugh. I can look religious. Take 2! Let's try this again. I promise I have done this a few times. I just always mess up. So we're gonna tie that rope. Tie this rope. Put them together. And then tie another rope. Those. Put that on there. Nope. Here. There we go. Ah! Let's get one last rope. There. Thank you. That was too difficult. So I'm going to pick these 2 of these cotton and show you why this might be a good alternative if you are having issues getting sheep or building a pen or generally just getting tools. Oh, that was stupid. I tell you what, guys. I'm not I never seem to be doing okay. I turned that record button on. I didn't mean to do that. So I'm just going to take the one that's left here and I'll show you. Bonk. So you make a cotton ball out of it. That sounds weird. You make a yarn out of it. And if you cut it, you get 2 string. So these guys... Okay, they're unripe. I can at least take them out now. So I'm going to move these over to the kitchen, then I'm going to take you over to the forge and tell you guys something that, I mean, not everybody seems to know, but this is why I tend to set my forges up kind of close to duck ponds. They can't be sitting together yet, but when they're ripe, you can stack them. I have this set up here because, 1, I needed more room because we're going to be working on iron and Newcomen stuff, and 2, because I want to make glass, because I need the glass for the upgraded stove and for the upgraded the forge area up here. So if you empty out a duck pond, it gives you unlimited sand. You don't have to run all over the place for sand. You can get unlimited sand from these guys. If you leave it just as is, it will despawn after a time. It's weird. I don't know why. Sand isn't something I thought would despawn, but it does. And also, my forge is right next to a well, which is very important when you're working with Newcomens. They're a pain. To fire them up, you have to put water in them and coal in them every single time. So here, I have prepared a stanchion kit because as I was working on these walls, I ran out of well water. It took like 4 buckets, I think. So I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade it to a deep well, and that way I don't need to use my buckets to get it out anymore. For this, what you guys saw me do, the only thing, because I don't like to waste materials when I build, it takes quite a bit of time and effort to get enough for the larger builds, and I made this small to show you that you don't have to have a huge kitchen, and if you need one, if you absolutely just want one for storage space, you can always, with this kind of layout, you can always add to it later by knocking out a sidewall and expanding it this way, or just making a corridor and going out like out here. But I did not plaster the sidewalls. I left them as is. So you can see. I just left them as they were. Because you can't see the plaster on the sidewall, so it made no sense to me. So now all we're doing is waiting for the cheese to ripen. As you can tell, it takes 10 minutes. It's a long ass time. But while we're doing this, I'm going to go ahead and start forging the iron. And we'll have that going for the next episode that we come around on, because you need iron to do anything with the mine next, but I also need the TNT and the Newcomen. So like I said, there's going to be a lot going on. So to work iron, we're going to set these guys out. This needs to come up here. We have coal in here already, so that's ready to go. And as you can see, I'm spoiled for choices here. What I want to do... Oh, you know what I didn't do? Please tell me it's not vanished yet. I need that other straw. I'm scatterbrained. It disappeared. That's okay. That's okay. Let's take that. And we'll take this. I can't wait to get sacks. I'm telling y'all. Okay, but to get sacks, I need the new coming. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to sit here, put away my business. This clears up some space on the side, and you have designated area that's not just sitting on the ground for tinder and logs. I was frozen for a second. About 2 hours, One Life's been acting a little weird lately. Not gonna lie. It straight up booted me at one point, and I was frantically trying to get back on so that my character wouldn't die. So I was not at home, and I'm not doing anything extra. It's aside from what I'm showing you. Like, I'm not advancing myself in any way because I want you guys to see the process of how that works. I need to go eat. I'm trying to get the small foods in. So as you can see, I have all my pots lined up here because I'm going to have all the food as close to the kitchen as possible. Eat this guy. And that gets me full. That's good though. I can spend time working. God Lord, I overshoot it. If I'm not zoomed out, I overshoot everything. It's gonna do me for that. And then we're gonna start our fire. If you don't know how to start a fire, pay attention. Get a leaf. Also can't wait to be done with that way of fire making. This, and what do we always do, guys? We always keep working on our coal. And yes, this is a lot more spread out than what you guys are used to. Okay, so to work iron, you have to do this first. You have to make 2 iron bars, put them together, once you reheat them, make an anvil. You're gonna... I thought I had a spare one, I do. I want to put my anvil somewhere close to where I'm working so that I don't have to go very far away. And I think probably, and it's going to be out of the way of my new come-in, so this will probably be a good spot right here. It's a little out of the way, but I can make another one to move it later. I'm going to grab a round stone. Snyder. Round stone. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 to the pit. Take the mallet. That's not a mallet. Gotta go get my mallet because I was not prepared for this part. Wasn't prepared for us to get into the smithing part until the next episode. Take my rickety mallet, and then you're gonna whack it. That makes a new come-in tower stakes, and you're gonna, oh my gosh, place that over here, and you're gonna grab your anvil, walk it all the way over. Why can't I put my anvil in there? What does that take? That's a stone block. Oh, you don't have to have the stone block up. Okay. Thankfully, you can just pick the sucker up. That's it for this. What I can do now is we might as well just make a hammer because we're gonna need that. And I know that cheese is still curing. Light. All right. So we have to make a balloon. Whack it. Goofy ass me. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm touching everything. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So now that I'm done goofing. Oh, Lord. Here we go. We're gonna do this just like we did with the copper. Except we don't have to have as much coal. So 1 bar and 1 coal. And we put a lid on it. Keep the coal coming. That's the only still can go on there. My brain was not working. So that's how you do that. But I don't want to use any more of my iron because I have to have iron to make a new Newcomen in like engine, everything you need to use for it. Newcomen is definitely something for next video. We're gonna finish cooking in this one. Set everything back where it's supposed to be because you've got to keep your workstations clean. So we're working iron next. That's going there. And we have our first steel tool, which is going to be the hammer. Let's go get a handle for that puppy. You caused me some misery because I wasn't thinking. I'm going to use you. Hey. So I'm still not used to the new stoves, and my silly self, I put the oven right in the middle. That's okay though, because the stove can go right here without issue. It'll just tighten up some space. So our cheese is done. We're going to take our knife, which I never got out of my inventory. Cut it. We're going to take a piece of cheese. Here we have a cheese sandwich. That is 1 item. And that's good for, I think, 4. We're fixing to make a mutton sandwich, which is good for 5. And each bite is its own yum. So you see how I did that? Just how I explained it to you before. And we also have cheese now, which is in itself a food. And I need to clean this stuff up. This is just too much. Unfortunately, they changed pies so that they're large. They no longer fit in baskets. They do fit inside the horse carts and the regular carts. But I'm not making another cart just to bring that in. I am putting my sandwiches in here. Now, if I really wanted to go all out, I would have made just some regular bread, some flatbread, because that's a yum too. I could do that. I'm not. I used up so much wheat. I think we have more than enough here, what with the rabbits and everything, which I can actually put in baskets too. So I hope I showed you guys some things y'all were not aware of, and that you are learning some stuff, and if not, that you are rediscovering some things you may have forgotten, and that you have learned how to extend your yum with just the basic things without having been upgraded. You don't even have to have sheep yet for all of this. You just have to be able to get string, which I showed you how to do with the spinning wheel, and I showed you how to put a spinning wheel together. If you have enough milkweed, you can put a spinning wheel together, and you can just run around and find cotton, like here, everywhere. You saw I incidentally how to get cotton seeds by hitting it with a short shaft, and I showed you how to make your creameries and how to make cheese. You guys got a peek at my forge, my new forge, which I've upgraded. I am going to make more of these guys because they're just super handy to have around. Keeps you from having to constantly go around and getting tinder. And you found a shortcut to getting sand. It was a revolution when I found that out because I was running to the desert to get stuff. But you still have to go there to get the sulfur, unfortunately. What else did we do? You learned how to make your first steel tool, which you absolutely have to have. We're going to do Newcomen next episode. It's most necessary, and we're also going to make dynamite because I have to have it. I can't go forward in my mining without 1, dynamite, and 2, having made a Newcomen, and we're going to have to get some more rubber, which means I have to make more buckets. Guys, I hope y'all are enjoying this. I really am. We have a near infinite yum build up here. So with the 7, 8 pies that we made, just with the starter stuff without the upgraded oven, the cheese, the skim milk, the 2 different sandwiches, and the meats, the 3 meats that I cooked, plus the wild foraging, which is the grapes. We don't want to eat apples yet until we get our orchard up and running. We don't want to eat any other fruit from the fruit trees. You've got the bananas, you've got cactus fruit. Of course, you can go and get burdock root and wild onions, but you also have your garden here, which provides you with a bunch of different yums too. And we have popcorn. Popcorn's good. And I'm going to go have some now. So you guys have a wonderful rest of your night, and we'll see you later. Bye.